What is up, y'all? We are going to get this thing going, and I'm about to announce some people I'm going fishing with. I was gonna say I'm gonna announce the winner of the subscriber giveaway trip, but that's kind of crazy because the winner is me. I get to go fishing with a bunch of y'all. So look, here's what I did. I picked one person that right out of the gate I can commit to going fishing with. It's somewhere that I've actually never heard of, and it's kind of embarrassing that I've never heard of it, and it's this close to my house because that's kind of my forte. It's like the places that I like to go fishing. So I'm going to go fishing with DP, just the letter D, Delta Papa, and he says, "Love this intro. One suggestion: strip pits outside of Beaver Dam, Kentucky. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's real tough. Trolling motors or yaks only. So I have both. Good luck on your endeavor." So DP, you and I are going fishing. Now, here's what I'm about to do. I'm about to run through a list of people out of the first couple of hundred comments that right out of the gate, I'm going to commit to working it out to go fishing with you. DP, you and I are going to work it out to go fishing relatively soon. We're going to do a vlog video. We're going to kick it off, but I got a list of people right here that I just couldn't narrow it down to, and I've got more because I'm going to use that video, the other video, and I'll link it up in the description box as the video that I'm going to use to churn subscriber fishing trips. That way it's got one place, and then in future videos, I'll reference it, and then we'll use the comment section of that for me to figure out new people to go fishing with, and then later on, I'll update the video. So here's what we're going to do. I also plan on going fishing with Eric Grouse, Graalfs. It says, "Man alive, that intro got me pumped. Come to Northeast Oklahoma. Fort Gibson Lake and 10 Killer are fantastic." So I'm going to be heading over to Northeast Oklahoma to do a fishing trip. And when I do, there's a couple of other people from Oklahoma that have messaged me. We're going to get together and we're going to fish, and I'll make you part of that trip. So we're going to make that happen. TN Hunter KMC, right? So he says, "I got two fishing trips I'd like to do. One, I watched your river trip in Portland and I loved it. I grew up in Portland and would love to hit that small river with my kayak with you sometimes. Second option would be head to the Smoky Mountains with a 10-car rod." So the reason I chose that is not because he mentioned fishing with me and the river that's close to my house that we did the video on, but because I've actually been really intrigued about and looking into trying the whole 10-car rod thing. So I'm going to try that. So TN Hunter KMC. By the way, all of you guys that I'm calling out, head to Chad Hoover Fishing on Instagram. Shoot me a DM with your contact info. I'll text you my cell number and we'll connect. Todd Velser, and he said, "Great new intro. As a Northeast fisherman, I would love to see more content from this region. We have plenty of large and small fishing bodies of water, and I feel this region is left out and would love to see more fishing from the Northeast." You're 100% right. I'm trying to I'm trying to make my way up to Massachusetts, New Jersey, Maine, probably even New Hampshire this year. So let's connect and figure out exactly what you're talking about. And then I've also got another suggestion about coming up to New York and fishing Oneida Lake. And so we're going to make that happen. Basically, Todd Velser, you reach out to me too. We're going to connect. And just so you guys know, I'm picking a bunch of people right now, and I'm going to commit to figuring out how to fish with you, but this is not it. I'm still going to keep looking. I just knew that I needed to be getting this first thing kicked off right out of the gate, and we're going to connect. One of the other things that we're going to do is, as I set each trip up with each subscriber, we're probably going to do a call out and try to get another subscriber or two to jump in either on that trip or a trip next to it and work that out, because this is what I should have been doing all along. This is fantastic. Like I said, you guys aren't the winner. I'm the winner. I get to go on a bunch of cool fishing trips with people to guide me, to show me the way, to save me, learning a lot of the lessons. I went to downtown Nashville yesterday and scouted out a couple of spots. I'm going to do a kayak fishing or inflatable stand-up paddleboard, inflatable kayak Uber fishing trip. I'm going to put it in a river in Nashville, float 6 or 8 miles, and then take an Uber back to my truck. So I'm working on that right now, so stay tuned for that video. CBC Outdoors. Absolutely love the new entry video. Not long ago, asked to go fishing with you, and I'm praying that this time is it. Come to Crossville where I live, and we'll go to Fall Creek Falls Lake. Let's start dragging some tanks. Listen, man, that's so close to my house, and that's part of my stomping ground. In fact, I'll be over there tomorrow, but unfortunately, I'm tied up with a video shoot and some interviews and some other stuff. So, but anyway, CBC Outdoors, message me. We'll connect. We'll get our information squared away. That's an easy day trip. That's close to home. Let's just make it happen. Tennessee Valley Adventures said, you need to come over to east end of the state and fish the Holston and French Broad rivers with us for smallmouth. Now, you know how they say you don't have to dare me to have a good time, or don't dare me with a good time? That trip is on my list of things that I want to do more of, because I fished the Holston a long time ago. But Christy, being from East Tennessee, and two of the most beautiful things in the world are Christy and East Tennessee, I want to start experiencing a lot more fisheries over there, because when these kids are grown up and self-sufficient and all that good stuff, we're probably going to be heading back to East Tennessee so we can be closer to a lot of the fisheries I fish, the Smoky Mountains, and do some of that trout fishing and all that other stuff that I like. So I'm going to take you up on that Tennessee Valley Adventures. Again, y'all shoot me a message and we'll get it connected. Chris Mitchell Fishing sent a message that I said, dang, man, that is awesome. Any level of commitment like that means I've got to reward it. So Chris Mitchell Fishing said, let's fish. You've already been here in Florida, but I'd be willing to travel anywhere. I'll quit my job if I have to, period. Not even joking. Bro, you ain't got to quit your job. I'll come to Florida and fish with you. Or if you want to come to Tennessee and fish with me, let's connect. Again, shoot me a message. When you guys shoot me a message, tell me what your screen name is on YouTube if it's different than your Instagram name, because a lot of y'all have like 17 different names and it's hard to keep up with. Remind me who you are on Instagram in the messages, in the DMs, and we'll connect. The next one comes from Steve Boone, and he said, love the message you were sending. I am a fisherman first and a kayak angler second. The intro was awesome. Would love to hear the lunker hog, etc. Now, just so you know, that's actually still in my tow trips intro. That tow trip series has actually become an exclusive series to Realtree Fishing, and it's going to be the Realtree Fishing 365 app. And then on my YouTube channel, we're going to show all the behind the scenes and the vlogs and all that kind of stuff. So just keep in mind that intro is not dead, but that intro is specific to that series of tow trips. Anyway, lunker hog, etc. in the intro that has been accustomed to your shows. If you're ever in Clarksville, Fort Campbell area, hit me up. Would love to see you on the lake. So again, Stephen, that's another one of those things that's so close to me. We could do that in an evening fish. We could do that on a morning trip. We could do that midday. We could do it midweek. That's easy. I'm right there. That's only 45 minutes or so from my house. Would love to connect with you and go fishing. Don't know if you mean Barkley, LBL, or Kentucky Lake, or something different. But when you say the lake in that area, there's so much. We could even do the Cumberland River. Big red bass. Now, big red bass hit me up from Nebraska, and there's a couple others from Nebraska. I want to make a Nebraska trip, but Big Red Bass said, this is a great new intro, captures more of your personality and the fun of being outdoors in this great sport. You should come to Nebraska and fish, although we don't have giants like Texas and Florida. I don't have a big boat or a kayak, so it's just straight bank fishing. Thanks again for all you do. So Big Red Bass, what I want to do is I want to come bank fish with you, and then I'm going to bring a kayak with me to take you kayak fishing, and then we're going to try to hook up with some other Nebraska kayak anglers that maybe have a spare kayak, and then you can hook up with fish with them long enough to get excited about kayak fishing, to decide you love it and get your own, or decide you don't want to do it or whatever. But I want to connect you with some other Nebraska kayak anglers. One of those being Kayak Jack, who was the leading team that won the Top Team Challenge Cup and they're defending champions, and he's from Nebraska. So I'll get up with him and we'll all get together and we'll make a camping trip or a river float or a lake fishing or something out of it. Chris Prihode, Prihode. I hope I say that right, Prihode. He said, let me know when, if you want to walleye fish in Erie, Pennsylvania. Now, part of the reason that I picked this is I haven't walleye fished in a long time, but walleye or Erie is easy for me. Chris made a comment later and said, or you can come in the fall and we can go steelhead fishing. So that's going to kill two birds with one stone. I'm coming there to do some Fish USA stuff anyway. America's Tackle Shop. If you guys haven't done so yet, show them some love. But Chris Prihode, let's hook up when I come to Erie. I'm actually doing a trip for a winter of the No Man's Land, and his bucket list trip was to go fish for smallmouth in Erie. So I'll set it up where I bring him up there, roll out the red carpet, take him fishing, put him in his new kayak that he won, and then, we'll hook up and go fishing after I've delivered on that promise. Greg left Gunnersville, Riddle. His name used to be Greg in Gunnersville, and then he left Gunnersville to go back to Tampa, Florida. He said, Congrats, the new intro looks good. Tarpon are moving here in Tampa, and if you want to get after them, or maybe we could do the Visit Flagler again. Super cool fishery. I'm definitely down. I'd love to come hook up with you, chase some tarpon and some redfish in Tampa. Used to go there all the time. Love that area. A lot of people don't know this or not know this about me, but I've caught a bunch of tarpon. I used to be like obsessed with tarpon. I've caught them on the fly. I've caught them in the kayak. I've caught them off a boat. I've caught them off of jetties. I've caught them wade fishing. I used to go to a base there near Tampa or in Tampa, and I would wade fish on the base in this back cut and catch tarpon in there on the fly rod. So you ain't got to twist my arm, Greg. Let's get together and figure that out. Brandon Wilson said July 13th, Upper Chattahoochee River Challenge hosted by Georgia Kayak Fishing League. Expect a big tournament, big shoal bass, big spots, and possibly double-digit largies. Get down here and get some footage of our unique river system. So here's what I'm going to tell you, bro. I heard about this event, and I really want to be there. Unfortunately, it's the same weekend as as our event in Stafford, Virginia, and I'm already committed to being there. I have to go to Knoxville, then from there to Stafford, Virginia, from Stafford, Virginia to Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and then from Eau Claire, Wisconsin to Kentucky Lake, and then be home. So June, I'm going to be running and gunning. And so some of these trips I'm picking so that I can make sure that I get them done, in the middle. But man, I would love to hook up with you guys and do that. So what I'm going to do is have to take a rain check. But Brandon, hit me up and let me get together and fish with you guys and film you guys and promote what y'all are doing there, even after the event. So I'll make a commitment that I'll take you fishing and the winner of that event fishing, and we'll do a YouTube video about the area, and we'll do a video about that series and how the results were and all that good stuff. And then next year we'll deconflict so that event's not on the same date as the event, and then I'll make it down there for it. So Grab Life by the Fish said, come to Raleigh, North Carolina, 3 of the best fishing lakes in the country within 30 minutes of each other. That ain't no joke. We have a KBF trail on 2 of them next weekend. You guys got to check that out, kayakbassfishing.com/schedule. But Grab Life by the Fish, I'm going to commit to making that happen on my Virginia run. I'm going to be going to Virginia. We'll figure out how to make that happen either on the way there or on the way back. So again, shoot me a message, and we're going to connect and figure out how to get out on one of those North Carolina lakes. Nebraska Kayak Angler, I think the next place you should go be fishing is the Wildlife Refuge in Valentine, Nebraska. There are 8 main lakes. They have some really good bass and other species in them. That sounds awesome. So let's connect with Big Red Bass, Marty Hughes, me and you, all 3 of us, 4 of us, whatever, get together and go catch some fish. So Nebraska Kayak Angler, we're going to connect. Tom LeGros, fishing is where it's at. I grew up as a bass fisherman. Now I'm just chasing everything with a fly. Come to Washington State and we can chase some cutthroat, sea-run cutthroat, or go chase a tiger muskie, carp, or largemouth, and small possibilities are endless. So what I'm going to commit to doing, and I got to talk to Christy about this to figure out the logistics on it, but I should be dialed in here pretty soon on these inflatable boats. And so what I want to do is take a trip out to Washington. It's so far to drive that what I want to do is put everything in my bag with my inflatable kayak, throw my fly fishing stuff in there, and then fly out there and hook up with you, Tom, and go fishing. So I'm going to give you the right to kick me in the butt and keep me honest, but I'm going to make it happen before the winter that I get out there and go fly fishing with you. I'm going to make it a fly in and fly out vlog where I figure out, and I need a test run for doing this, for trying to do some international stuff anyway. So that'd be the perfect opportunity to do it. Todd Farmer said, come up to the upper Mississippi. We can boat, kayak, river, stream, and lake fish all in one day and never set foot on land after we launch. Watch eagle soar, deer drink from the bank, catch largemouth, smallmouth, white bass, northern pike, walleye, catfish. You know what? It goes on. I'm ready. So Todd, hit me up. Let's go fishing in Minnesota. Badass Bank Angler said, hey, Chad, you should come fish with me. Syracuse, New York, Oneida Lake. He wrote a long write-up. It's great. I'm not trying to cut it short, but I want to finish this video up. But, man, I'm coming to the Northeast. Let's make Oneida Lake one of the stops. I appreciate it. Shoot me a message. Let's connect and start putting everything together. Scott Haley said, come to Ohio and fish the Rocky River tributary off of Lake Erie. You can do just about everything there in a single day, and you're able to fish for walleye, steelhead, drum, and best of all, you'll have some of the best smallmouth fishing in the nation. Lake Erie smallmouth is like Florida largemouth. They are just amazing and fight like nothing else. By far my favorite fishery. You had me at their smallmouth are like Florida largemouth. So let's make that happen. Scott Haley. All right, Muddy Waters Fishing. Poor White Trash Trailer Park is how he introed it. I could totally relate. Me and my family are sharecroppers. He tells the whole story, but dude, here's the deal. You hit me right there. Man after my own heart. Shoot me a message and we'll connect and go fishing. Nellie's Fishing Adventures. Nellie said that we should go creek fishing and small river fishing, and that's all not all about catching big fish and winning money. He talks about what I was talking about, but he basically said, you know, come to Canada, and our bass season starts the last weekend of June. What I'm going to try to plan to do is to come up there and do the main thing, and when I do the main thing, or the next time I do the Erie thing, I'll come up into Canada and hook up with a few of you Canucks up there. And my production company is out of Canada. Alex Heaslip and Matt Wilder, the guys that I shouted out in the video yesterday, are both Canadian. So I'll definitely will come up that way, and maybe I can convince one of them to come film us. Miles Stafford said, Quantico Marine Base. You had me at Quantico Marine Base. I'm going to be there June 13th week for the Stafford County, Virginia event. Miles, shoot me a message and we'll piggyback me being there on us getting out and doing a fishing trip. So, guys, that's going to do it for right now. I've got a bunch more to do. I would love to jump in here and answer a bunch of the questions, but this video is already 16 minutes long. I know that you guys are getting ready to crank your weekend off. And anyway, love y'all. Appreciate the support. If you didn't watch the new intro from yesterday, go back and watch that video from yesterday. Thank you all for the amazing support. If you didn't watch my river fishing trip from last week, go watch that. I got more of that coming. Getting back on the road next week, heading over to Table Rock. I'm going to hook up with a couple folks over there. Going to go to the Table Rock event. Going to hang out and break bread with some of the anglers. And I'm going to try to connect with a few of these folks along the way back, and then maybe some other folks. Who knows? So stay tuned for some more awesome videos. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'm going to put a link in the description box where you guys can pick up KBF merch at a deal. I'm going to call that my sub special. So that sub special is going to be the code, and that sub special will take 15% off of everything at the store, with the exception of lifetime membership. I can't discount that lifetime membership, but everything else is 15% off. If y'all want to help support the channel, consider clicking on that donation button on there and throwing a little love our way. Not begging, I'm just saying, rather than do the what do you call it, the super chat or all that stuff, that's the best way to do it, because I can put that back into really helping grow the sport and doing things that we do at KBF, and you get some great benefits back from it. And so it makes more sense to do that than just to get a straight up donation through the super chat. So anyway, love y'all. Have a great weekend. Looking forward to fishing with you guys that I shouted out, and I'm not done yet. So y'all have a great weekend. I'm going to try to do the same. See you.